Hello and welcome to Exposing the Strange. Tonight we're going to be speaking with Joshua, who is from Winchester, Virginia. He has been stalked by these UAPs, and he's gotten a lot of video of them. The most interesting thing is that these crafts seem to hide in the rays of the sunlight during the day. I mean, let's think about it. How many times are we staring at the sun? I know I don't. Kind of hurts my eyes. What about you? Anyway, let's talk with Joshua about it. Thank you for joining us here on Exposing the Strange. I look forward to talking to you about your encounters and your videos. Let us know a little bit about your background, where you live, and what you do, if you don't mind.
No problem. How you guys doing? My name is Joshua Key. I'm a local here in Winchester, Virginia. In my 30s, I'm a technician for a chemical plant. I love to work out. That's pretty much my pastime. If I'm not working, I'm resting because we're on a 12-hour shift. And yeah, just a regular guy. Um, just I'm originally from North Carolina. Been in Northern Virginia for about 10, 15 years, something along that lines. Just trying to, make a living for myself, and that's been a good decision. Leaving smaller town where I'm from to bigger cities in Northern Virginia where jobs are better. So I was able to make a decent living for myself. So just me, and yeah, I'm just a regular Joe, just working and yeah, and it's crazy. So yeah, but yes, sir. I still have the original videos on my phone so I just got off the timestamp. So again, this are first initial sightings, and again, I'm not no sci-fi junkie or anything like that. I'm just a regular Joe minding my own business. On this particular day, I just worked a 12-hour shift overnight, and usually when I do that, I go to the gym. Anyway, I pull in the parking lot. It's 8 o'clock, clear sky, and I decided to talk to my then girlfriend because she was going to work. So I parked in a specific spot, just random spot, kind of facing the open air. I'm talking to her, and here in Virginia, you see a lot of it's an airport, so you see a lot of crafts as far as planes and things like that. So it's nothing out of the ordinary to see objects going here to there, hearing sounds because we're by the airport, things of that nature. So on this particular day, again, May 16th, 8 o'clock, I'm sitting there talking to my girlfriend before she goes in, before I go in the gym, and all of a sudden I see an object. I'm thinking it's just a regular object, but in my driver's seat, to the left corner, looks like it's coming forward, but the object stopped midair and it just reversed back. And it just, if you turn the TV off, like back in the day, it does that bloop. And that's what it did. It reversed back and it just disappeared. And I'm thinking, whatever. I worked all night. It's, whatever. So I continued to talk to my girlfriend, and I didn't have to get out of my car. I didn't have to turn my neck around or anything. It was just like I was in my seat, just like I'm in a movie theater. The sky's your screen, and you're just sitting up there, and then the object comes back in my eyesight, and it comes back a couple of times, and I forgot when I tell my girlfriend, "Hey, I'll call you back. There's an object in the sky. Let me get it." Anyway, the object comes back, and that's when, like the fourth time it came back, I decided to put my phone in the sky and try to catch something. I couldn't see it in the camera and watch it, so I just pointed to the sky, hoping I catch something. And I just kind of looked to the side and tried to view it myself because I couldn't believe what I was seeing. And I guess I'm freaking out after the object goes away or whatever. But yeah, to describe to you, the object comes out of nowhere, corner or whatever of the sky, and it's not just like I said, like I showed you. It's not just coming in; it's flickering in and going in and out of just a translucent state, and then all of a sudden it gets into solid form, and it looks like it's like 15 miles an hour going across the sky. And again, that's where I gave you the first video of that. So, and that's just the first of more. But that was that one sighting on that particular day that started everything.
So, explain. what happened next?
So again, just like anybody else, if you see something in the sky, you kind of like freaking out. You want to just tell your friends, your coworker, anybody who wants to see the footage on your camera or the phone. And I work with a bunch of outdoorsmen and guys that hunt all the time, year round here in West Virginia, near West Virginia. And I show all these guys at my job, and they say they never seen anything like it, especially how the object was moving. But yeah, that's what happened on the 16th. And then, because my eyes is to the sky at this point. Fast forward a couple of days later, on the 19th, which is a Sunday. Um, and again, my eyes is already to the skies. It's my day off. I leave the gym. It's around 6 p.m., still light out. And I park my car in my apartment, which is probably about 5-10 minute drive away from the gym where I saw my first sighting. And I'm not gonna lie, this is what I did. I guess it's called sun gazing or whatever. And again, I didn't know I did before I saw the next craft or these crafts. I didn't know I was going to see anything. For some reason, something just told me to, hey, just stand in your car, chill for a second, and just sun gaze for a second. Let your eyes get used to the sun. And again, I don't know what possessed me to do that, but I did that. I get out my car. My apartment's on the third floor, and as I head up to the second level, heading up to the third, I just looked into where the sun was. The sun hits, the side of my apartment, and when it did that, I was able to look through the sunlight, and then that's when I seen all these objects, orbs or circular objects. I get my phone out, and like I said, as you might can hear me talking on one of them, and that one object that I saw on my first sighting, I see 50 to 60 of them. They're going in and out. It's like traffic up there. They're stopping. And the more and more you freeze frame every shot of that minute and 4 minutes that I have, you will see something new. You will see an object that you didn't see before. You will see something, and that was the second, which is by far, in my opinion, is the craziest one because it's just what the objects are doing, how they're reacting, how they're responding. So at this point, this is my second craft sighting, unidentified UAP sighting, and that was the second one. And there's more to come.
All right. So let's just step through these. So I guess this next one would be encounter three.
Counter three, and this is I'm going to my notes timestamp. So you got the first sighting, the 16th, by my gym. The second one, May 19th, a couple days later, above my apartment complex, which is a couple miles away from the gym. And the third sightings, which is uh, May 30th. So you got the 16th, the 19th, and the 30th. So all these sightings are happening kind of a week or two at a time. And this particular sighting, I'm in my apartment this time. Uh, and again, it's not dark. I'm sorry, just bear with me for a second. It's 7:02. That's what the time step said. So it's during the summer. So of course it gets, dark later. But anyway, just before I go to the gym, I decided, hey, I'm gonna eat some food and watch some TV and just chill for a second. Mind you, my mind is already kind of half just going on with my life and half thinking about the objects or whatever. I actually have this. I'm in my apartment, and this is where I can give you kind of a whole 3D of where I was sitting at, where I saw this next sighting. So I'm in my apartment. TV's there. If you can see, my ottoman's there. I was sitting there in the couch. My deck is right here. It's dark now, but probably can't see anything. But yeah, just giving you where I was at, and my curtain. I'm sitting down eating, and my curtain is 60% open. 40% closed or whatever. And I just so happened to look outside up into the sky as I'm watching TV. And what prompted me to go outside to get this next footage was the object showed itself, revealed itself to me through the sky from where I'm sitting at, facing the balcony outside. And I'm like, what the heck? That was, I mean, that's the only reason I even got this third shot, because how else could I know to film? Or anyway, I said, what the heck? And I go on my balcony, put my phone into the sky where I saw the craft at, or I saw the object that I seen from sitting down. And then all of a sudden you see it materializes, or it comes, it appears, is does that same thing where it's see through, clear, see through, and then it's going to like solid form, and just quietly you hear birds chirping and everything else around, and this object just going 15 miles an hour or whatever it is across my apartment complex. And I'm like, what the heck? What just happened? And so now these sightings are starting to add up.
Gotcha. So, it's interesting. Do you think that during the day these are hiding in the sun?
That's what I'm thinking. Because I look on TikTok and you look at different things, and I can remember seeing something about UFOs or something where they said that they're up there in the sky. They're just up there moving super fast, and the sun is super bright. And who's going to be looking in the sun, or who's going to be looking up in the sky all the time? But people are saying they're there the entire time. They just, I guess, if your eyes see it. Honestly, if they didn't did what they did, like as far as reappearing and coming back, I would just say, like, I don't know what I saw or whatever, because it's just so fast and just it goes by. But I'm able to capture these images, so, and being able to get from my phone, I can just replay the videos over and over, and like it's right there in front of you, like whatever it is. Again, I don't know if it's a UFO. I don't know if it's government. I don't know, but I never seen anything like that. I never seen these things before. They have the Starlinks or whatever, Elon Musk or whatever. I research them and I see how they move. They move a certain way, right? The
Hmm.
Starlinks. It's like
Right.
it's like kind of one way. It don't kind of move one speed, right?
Hmm.
I guess. But these objects, it's translucent, it's disappearing, it's reappearing, it's moving super fast, it's being still, it's appearing, reappearing. So I'd never seen nothing like that before.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. Do you think these crafts are um, like, why do you think they're showing themselves to you or trying to get your attention? Do you have any
So
idea? Yeah.
I have no idea, but I can go on record and say that's not the first time I've seen a UFO. So the very first time I seen the marble or whatever it is, because it's a marble. They're marbles. They're not like triangles, or I'm seeing nothing but orbs. I'm seeing orbs, metallic. I mean, from the shine, it has to be something metallic that can shine off that up in the air like that, something metallic. But that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing all orbs, and
Mhm.
I seen the same thing in 2018. And before I moved here to Winchester, I used to live in Manassas, and I was with my ex girlfriend then. And the very first time I seen a UFO, and I didn't tell you this because we didn't get that far, and I actually do have the footage of that too, but it's pretty much the same thing. It's the orbs, the marble, it's the same thing. But the very first time I seen it was 2018, the 22nd, December. I was supposed to take my girlfriend to a friend's house. We get in the car, and before we went, I asked her. I said, "Do you want to call your friend to see if she's available, if she's ready? Because I don't want to, drop you off." Or And she said, "Okay, yeah, we'll wait." So she called, and her friend didn't pick up. So we said, I said, "So what do we do? Do we wait out in the car? Do we go inside? It's December, so it's cold." And I was like, "We'll just wait here." It was a sunny day, again, 2018, December 22nd, apartment complex. And I'm messing with my girlfriend, and I'm just trying to be cool with her. And I'm like, hey, they say that you're not supposed to look at the sun. And I'm like, babe, I can look in the sun. And again, this before I even seen a UFO or anything. I'm just playing with her, and I always could look at the sun a certain way if I get used to it. So I'm messing with her, and I'm looking at the sun like, hey, I can do it. And then to the left, we noticed clouds, or I noticed the clouds, because it was a clear day. It was gray clouds, and these clouds are moving in a angle. You got the regular cloud, other clouds are just moving this, and then these clouds are just going in a slant, like something's pulling these particular clouds into something. Anyway, these clouds, all gray clouds, started all gathered up into a ball. I got the video. I got to go back. It's on my story. They gather us into a ball, and I'm like, babe, you see this? It's like gathering up. And in my mind, I'm like, UFO. I never seen one, but I'm like, man, this look weird. There's these clear sky and this one particular spot in the sky. They're gathering up to a ball. So we're looking at that, and after we start when we continue looking at that, I noticed these other sets of clouds will go in this one particular spot in the sky and just disappear. You don't see anything. It just go to this one spot in the sky and it meets this whatever it is and it just disappeared. Like it goes in and I'm like, what the heck is that?
Hmm.
And out of that spot, that's when the marble popped out. And I'm like, holy cow. And I'm freaking out. And that was a long time ago. But that was my first time seeing a marble or seeing something like that before.
But you actually may have seen it come out of like a portal or something.
The
Yeah.
clouds was going to one spot and it was disappearing out like it was going through something. And out of that, the marble popped out of that.
Wow. Interesting. So, um, do you have any idea what you think these things are?
Uh, I have no idea, but I will say that my life is regular, just like everybody else. But I have noticed certain things that was different about me from everybody else. As far as like, I never really had a group. I never really had even my family members. I never really had a special bond or a special group. I never had like a special bonding with anybody as far as like your girlfriends or whatnot. But like, I never had that. I don't know. It's like I always felt like alone or I was by myself. But anyway, I always made something out of nothing. Left my small town. Everybody else stayed, and people still make good lives of themselves. But I was the one lucky one that was able to get out. And anyway, things will always seem to happen for me. If I want it to happen, or I don't know. It's like when people say you manifest stuff, if you really do it, it happens. It really happens. And to my car and my job, my life, what kind of woman I want. Well, I always thought that it was something about me that was different. Um, I don't know what it is, but I don't know. But I feel something. I don't know what it is, and I don't know if it's the energy, but there's no way in the world I was able to see these things without these objects wanted me to see it because it could just came by one time in my lifetime for a second. And I could have been like, man, what was that? Whatever. But the objects, like I said, these random spots and I still see them to just like at nighttime. I see it at nighttime as well. As far as like the little orbs, you can see planes, you can see how they move, and you see these little orbs. Or if you have a camera, if you at night, just look at them because sometimes they look like stars.
Yeah,
Or
no,
they
I
make like
I totally understand. I had my first encounter a couple months ago, and then a couple weeks ago, I was on the top of a mountain in Kentucky till
mhm.
probably about 2 or 3 in the morning with a group of people, and we saw these white objects moving around. I mean, they almost moved like bugs or something. They were just going zigzagging around and stuff. And the sky, there was a lot of activity up there. So, and then the one a couple months ago was this bluish white light that moved across the sky, and there were planes like going the opposite way. So I was watching it, and then it just stopped. and the plane kept going, and that thing just stopped, and it was like a bluish white light just hung there for 45 minutes until we left. It was still there. So there's something going on, and I think if you pay more attention to the sky like you're doing, you're going to see more of
See,
this stuff. Yeah. So no, other than that cluster last year, no new sightings.
mm, well, again, like I said, at nighttime, like these objects, again, if you look at them, they would may look like something. Maybe you might think it's a plane or something, but a lot of these times, like I said a couple nights ago, because I have a sunroof and I leave the gym and the sunroof is up, and I just look up and you see the stars and you see a plane, and then it's like right on cue, man. It's like not when I want it, but right on cruise, like the marble, just, and it's not like it doesn't move like the plane. Planes move pretty good nowadays, but they still have that kind of mechanical um, look to it, feel when you see it in the sky. But these marbles or orbs or whatever, they're like they're swimming. They're swimming, and I see those probably like any given night. The fourth one, because again, those were the only four videos that I showed you. So just wanted to explain the fourth one. And then that one happened again. Third one happened May 30th, and then the fourth one happened June 19th. Again, just like the third one, I'm sitting in my apartment, and this time it's 8:46, and again, because it's not getting dark that till late, it was still some light out, and I'm watching TV, minding my business. This time the curtains are closed, and all of a sudden, to the right of me, which is right here, I'm sitting right here. To the right of me, right here, is where the light penetrated, and the light penetrated my eye to get my attention to be like, what's that? It was like not like it was dead in my eye. The light, it was like concentrated. So I'm looking, and I look outside, across on the way, and it's the apartment complexes. Um, but anyway, you can kind of see because I'm on the third floor up high, and I see this ball of light, which I'm thinking at the time it must be a plane because it's about to get dark, and usually when I guess you see a light, you kind of it comes forward, and you be like, okay, it's a plane. And as I look outside and I see the ball of light, I'm waiting for that moment to where I can see a plane or see more lights or something, hear sounds or whatever, and the light is just standing in that one spot. It's standing in the one spot. Of course, my phone's out and it's twinkling. And again, it's far off, but it's staying in this one spot. It's not going anywhere, and it's concentrated. It's not like kind of planes. If it's idle, they kind of hover. They kind of like. But this one, like I say, it was just standing in one spot. As I'm trying to get a better view with my camera, the angle, because it's kind of the trees is in the way, the roof is in the way, on top of the apartment, and then you can kind of see where it's just one independent light or whatever, and then it goes on for like a minute or so, I guess, however long the video is. But before it goes out, the ball of light condenses down to something small and just tinkers off. If you can zoom in, and I don't know if you have technology to kind of focus on these things better
Yeah.
than the zoom of the iPhone, but it clearly condenses down from a kind of bright ball of light to a small light, and it goes off to the side and it disappears. So I mean, I never seen a plane do that, or I mean, I guess drones or whatever, but I never seen anything just concentrate and just beams. It condenses down to a smaller light and just veers off. So again, the only reason I even got it because the light was in my eye. It prompted me to go on my balcony to go see it, and that's why I got it. It looked just like all the other ones, moves the same characteristics, twinkling, and the same type of. I don't know. It has similarity in all four of the shots. that I have, or if you can frame them all by side and kind of compare them, and that's why I really want somebody, to look at it. Before I got a hold of you, I call hundreds. I call a lot of. I mean, I'm just doing what I see what I see people see on TV. I mean, what they do on TV. They see something in the sky. They call the local newspaper. Before you know it, they're out and interviewing them. But everybody turned me away. They they said they couldn't help me. Good luck with that. And I got the runaround from NBC and my local newspaper, and I call hundreds, and I just explain to them what I was explaining to you, that hey, I've seen these objects and something's it's,
Yeah, that's interesting that no one wanted to give you the time of day because I can clearly see it. I see them in your videos, and you seem very serious and passionate about it.
I mean, you can look. I mean,
Yeah.
you can see if AI can detect if I'm messing with the camera or putting something there, but it's what I saw. I was the eyewitness. I saw it. I filmed it. I filmed a bunch of other stuff too. And I probably got like 9 videos. I mean, they're all worthy, but nothing like those 4. It's like there's something there. You see it. It's doing stuff. What it's doing. And then, like I said, when I mentioned to you earlier, the very first time when I got that video on the 16th of where I was at my gym, I go back to the first shot from me picking my phone up and viewing it in the sky, and I go back, and in those milliseconds or whatever seconds it took me to put my phone in the sky, there's something in the shot. If you might have to go second by second like I did, but you clearly see that object is moving in the frame as I turn my phone up, and I don't know how that object did that, and that has to be explained because you're talking about a couple seconds. How can something, whatever it is, move like that unless it's 2 of them? By the time I put my phone up to look at the object that came out the first time, there was
Mm.
something there as I picked my phone up, and that's weird.
That's really weird.
I mean, it sounds like something
Ugh.
like a movie or something. It sounds like a sci-fi channel. But if someone take it seriously, not saying like do something about it, but someone can just take it seriously where they have the technology to look at images, and just like all the other people that get UFOs or see things. That's all I wanted people to do, is just go to the UFO community and present my case, because these guys, man, I don't know, these famous people in the UFO community or whatever science community, they talk about all this stuff, atoms and um civilization on other planets, and they know this and know that, and then here little old me or other people, hundreds of people say, hey, I saw something, I filmed something, and they act like they don't even see you. It's like, well, what are we doing here? Like, you're trying to put on facade that you're for mankind, but someone actually has some experience or experienced something that's that I've talked to other people. They say they never seen nothing like it. They never experienced anything like it. So I don't know anybody besides myself that's seen something or view something like that. But you think you want to go to that community, that space. But in my opinion, man, I don't think people care about that kind of stuff, because if they did, they'll be taking, little old me and my video. I'm not just talking. I got the video. I was there, and they can care less. But I appreciate you taking the time out your day to even contact little old me, because, like I said, I'm pretty sure there's other people like in your other video that they're having UFO and or UAP sightings, and they're seeing it around there. And I'm just trying to find like-minded people who also experiencing this, because it could be something. It could be some kind of connection. It could be or not. I'm just a regular person, and all of a sudden, I start seeing these objects in the sky, and the next thing I know, it's I'm seeing more and more, and I don't know if it's because I just start paying attention to them, But at the same time, it's like it's random. It's like random when I'm not, you're in your house or you're in your home and you see something like it's just mysterious to me that these things presented themselves to me and why. I mean, I don't know, but it could have been something that flew by a millisecond and it could have been the end of the day. But
Well, there's obviously some intelligence here because, I mean, if it was able to get your attention like through your curtains, and shine that light into your eye, I mean, that's a sign of intelligence. That's a sign that they're reaching out to you.
I did. I didn't tell you this. I mean, I'll be brief. So in the middle of the of this UFO stuff, one night it was like 3 o'clock in the morning. I was just came from my friend's house watching a boxing match. Um, and again, this is the middle of all these sightings in the middle between the first and the fourth, or whatever. It's 3 in the morning, and so I did research. What's the guy named Green? Doctor Green Gear or something. Doctor
Greer
something
or
Greer. He
Stephen
said,
Stephen Greer,
I believe. Okay,
Dr. Stephen Greer.
I
Yeah, the
could.
guy. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
So he said if you want to communicate or you want to, I guess, get their attention, one way you can get their attention is if you take a laser pointer and if you see something in the sky, just point it at it. So again, this is in the middle of all this. I have a AR. It has a green laser on it, and I'm like, let me let me go outside 3 in the morning and just see if I see something, and if I do, I'm just gonna point my laser at it. And sure enough, like I said, I told you those ball of lights I see at nighttime.
Hmm.
I saw one. I take my laser and I flick it at it because it's a bright laser. So I got its attention, and then it curved back, it reversed. Again, it's just 3 in the morning, quiet as a mouse around the apartment complex. It comes back above my head. Now, again, it's not directly above my head, it's super high up,
Hmm.
but it came back and it light brightened. And as it did that, in my mind, I said, I don't want to do this. In my head, I mean, I don't know. I was drinking, but anyway, I guess I get the crowd attention or whatever. And in my head, I said, I'm nervous. I'm scared. I don't want to do this. I'm going inside. And I just went inside. But it came above me and it shined this light bright. And I thought for sure I'm done. I'm gonna get beamed up, and
Oh man.
nothing happened. But it shined this light brighter. It almost looked like it was the police. But I'm pretty sure it was no chopper sound. It was not. It was nothing. It was just but that ambient light that they have sometimes, not the bright, but just up in the sky. I thought it was the police, but I think it was the craft, just like Greer said. And that
Right.
was just,
No, that's interesting. That's interesting. So yeah, it recognized that you recognized it and were trying to communicate. So yeah, it I wonder what would have happened if you would have stayed out there. Who knows?
I don't know, but so at my job too, we work overnight. We have to sometimes get, but long story short, I it's not when you said when the last time I seen them, I see them all the time. Like at nighttime, I can just if I could just I can just look like 5 minutes up in the sky, 5 minutes, and then I'll see something. And then
Mm.
sometimes I'll get my coworker and I'll be like, look, and then they will see it because it will the marble comes out of nowhere. You'll be watching planes at nighttime, and the next thing you know, this marble just going, and you're like, "Yo, we did not see that," and it
Right,
happens.
right.
I mean, I just think they're up
Yeah.
there, and I think if you pay attention to, or if you have the patient, or it might be the vision too. I got real good eyes. I'm a really good basketball player. I shoot pretty good, and maybe it could be an eye thing if you got real good eyes, I guess. But I'm pretty sure if you go outside, you get a camera, or especially those nighttime ones, and then you can go on YouTube and see other people that they will take their camera or their expensive cameras and they'll just point to the sky and they will just speed everything up, and you will see like planes, but you see these other objects are just they're just moving
Yeah.
around, and it's just like that.
Yeah, I've seen those some of those channels. Yeah, it's really interesting how much activity's up there.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you. So in wrapping this up, I just want to say thank you for getting a hold of us here,
Yeah.
exposing the strange, and
Yeah, share that video too. If you can do, like, I don't know what you can do with the video. If you can,
I'll edit the videos in as you're talking about them. I might.
yeah, I don't know how you can do it. Just do it how your heart desires, or just do it
Yeah.
regular. I wish I had, better technology where I can upload my videos and just can get a better imaging. Or some people, how you can see like where they'll take an image that's kind of blurry, and they'll take AI and they will kind of like, I guess, kind of will image the rest of it.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't know if that really exists or if that's even real, but I don't know if, but I mean, you don't even really have to do that. If a person looks with their eyes and their heart at the videos that I have, they will see it. It's just there's something there. I just showed somebody today for the very first time. I explained it. He's like, bro, there's something. And just like
Mhm.
everyone else I showed on the video, they're like, there's something. It was, matter of fact, it was so convincing that people said, Josh, you're gonna the FBI gonna come and get you. And everybody was literally saying that at my job. And I was like, man, don't say that. But I'm
Yeah.
gonna say it's the proof is there, and I just
Right.
you know,
Right.
so
Okay. Well, let's once again thank you, sir,
thank
and
you, man.
I definitely stay in touch, and I'll let you know when this video's getting ready to get pushed out.
I appreciate you. Hey, thank you so much, man. And you never know, it may take off, may do something. You never, who knows, man. I hope so because I want to see, you know, brilliant minds look at this and just give their opinion. I wanted to, if the whole world can just see and give their opinion on it, just like anything else, like they do all the other stuff on the
Yeah.
internet.
All right.
All right, man. You have a
You
good one. Thank you.
take care and have a good night. Thank you.
Thank you, Dave. Bye bye.
Bye.